What up, teachers? It is your girl Betty Savvy, and I have been at school all day long, running on 2 cups of coffee, about 4-ish hours of sleep, and yes, that's right, it is 6 p.m. What am I doing here? Okay, so what I want to do in this video is recap my first week of school and give you not only a little bit of what I experienced, but also maybe some encouragement that can help you out. If you're a teacher that has not started school yet, I know a lot of teachers up north haven't started yet. Well, here in Florida, we started, and if I could just help you out, that would be great. Okay, so this right now is Mr. Rabia with a brain full of scrambled eggs, but I'm gonna try to make this video work. So this is my first week of school. Okay, so day one was crazy. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, first day of school, I give it like a 6, okay? And so it still had that first day of school vibe where you see everyone, where you're excited, where you don't sleep the night before, but it came with so many technical issues. Let me explain to you. So this year, as I have repeated, is my 3rd year teaching 3rd grade. I have 21 amazing, beautiful kids, but I am doing something unique that many teachers are doing, not all. In my school, I am doing both virtual and face-to-face. So that means that I have 11 at home virtually signing in, watching me through a camera, through Zoom, and then I have 10 in front of me here in class. Okay, so we definitely didn't know how those dynamics were gonna be. It was interesting. To be honest, the kids were excited, and they were excited to see each other. Some of the kids recognized me from last year, so they were happy to be in my classroom. And you could tell people were talking to each other. They haven't seen each other in so long. Some of them obviously haven't seen each other since before quarantine in spring break. So it was such an exciting time. It still had like that, we were able to take pictures. We did some read out louds, but it just continued to have these technical errors. Like the technical issues, I guess, was like the downfall of everything. My mic wasn't working. I had to sign in through my laptop to go into Zoom. So that's why I say it was just mentally exhausting. And I really appreciate doing my read out louds. Okay, so I'm gonna share that with you in a little bit, and I'll share that with you later. But overall, when I left the first day of school, it was kind of like this. Okay guys, so I'm gonna do my recap now. Obviously I wasn't able to vlog or even I didn't even want to vlog at school. No. There was too much on my mind. First day of school, 1 to 10, a 7, maybe a 7.5. Difficulty, I would say an 8. Excitement, I would say a 6. What I just want to say that if you are going to be doing both in your classroom, both Zoom and teaching, yes, there will be times where it's kind of like you're trying to balance between both. Can you give 100% to both of them? No. But you can have a really good functional day. Each day got better. Okay, so I just want to encourage you. I want to stop and encourage you and tell you that each day is going to get better. So the mess ups and the things that happen on Monday, you're going to figure out on Tuesday, because guess what? You're going to learn from that. All right, we're teachers. That's what we do. Sometimes teachers are not the best students, but I just urge you to learn from that. If there's certain things with like the audio that you need to be using, or there's certain things like with their mask, like certain hacks that you need to have in your classroom that you're like, tomorrow I'm gonna do this. Do it, whatever you can do to make your day better, because at the end of the day, we do this for the kids, but we're important too, okay? Kind of gotta amen. Okay, so Tuesday was a little better than Monday. Wednesday was a little better than Tuesday, and there were still times that there were frustrating situations that I had no control of. I had to wait for another person to come assist me, and I think that's like the worst feeling. Like, I think it's not a good feeling when you can't figure it out, when you have to wait on someone else, because it kind of frustrates you. So that's what happened to me. By the time I got to Friday, I was pretty happy being back to school, being back to work. But I will say this, I took a nap every day after work. Like, I was so tired that I had to take a nap. There was one day in particular where I think I took a nap for a few hours. And the other thing is that you're a teacher and you have kids, just let them hang out. If they have homework, then, tackle it as soon as possible. But The first week of school is exhausting for everyone. I'm talking about by Thursday, my son knocked out code before we even left the parking lot. I didn't feel like the virtual kids were missing out so much, but there was definitely something that they didn't have or get to experience as those coming face to face. Another thing I did on Wednesday, which was play a game, and I did Zoomers versus the students here face to face. I just end up giving them that nickname Zoomers, and they felt very cool about it. So I would say like one Zoomer against this kid, and I would turn on someone's mic and go here. And that's kind of when I felt like I was starting to get the hang of things. And I was like over here clicking and doing this and doing that. And I think that's something that was like their highlight. That was like the best time that they had. When I ended the week, I'm not gonna lie, I give it overall maybe a 7, maybe an 8, just to, stay optimistic. But it just felt very exhausting to me. So far, I'm entering this new week and it feels a lot better so far, but I'm not gonna lie, as a teacher, I still really want my students to come back. This is something almost controversial because there's many teachers that are just very upset with having to come back to school. They feel like everyone should be at home. So everyone has their own opinion, but personally, it's not about them staying home versus coming. I just personally would like to teach someone face to face. I could give them a high five. I could give them a hug. I could get close to them and ask how they're doing. What are they doing? I could look at their work and be able to help them out. So it's not like a political thing. It's just like, I love that interaction. And I can't have that as much when they're virtual, and especially when there's so many of them. So I do pray that, we do get to a point where everyone can safely return and we have good old-fashioned school again. Okay, so I gave you a lot of information, but here are my final tips that I want to give to you. If you haven't started school yet, this is what I'd like you to do. Okay, first day tips: get sleep, hydrate. I should have had 3 waters in my class, and I definitely needed more. And wear comfortable shoes. If you want to look cute and fly the first day of school, I wore flats. Why? Flats are no one's friend, okay? So don't wear flats. And this video is all over the place, but I just want you to know that I love you. So please don't make the same mistakes. Dress comfortable, be ready, eat something, pack your lunch if anything. And God is good, y'all. We survived. So our teacher love for today is going to be this. There are going to be difficult times, right? And days that are not so fun, that are boring, that are kind of like not your favorite days, but you still had a whole day. And you know what? God gave you that day. He gave us this day. We're healthy. We survived. We reunited. Jordan's sleeping. Move your head. Jordan's laid out. There's going to be days that make you want to just knock out. But at least you were given the opportunity of a new day, and that's all that matters. God is so good. I love you.
Isn't it funny how we assumed all these things for 2020, flying cars and all these other things, but we never knew the technology. This is 2020.